the city was going to bed. A deadly, horrific carnage that left so many dead. The ugly head of terrorism had again reared its head. It all began so suddenly, caught us all off guard. The city was immobilized. It hit us real hard. Hate-filled terrorists had used their wild card.
No shrieks of terror, just blasts filled each ear as unsuspecting guests crouched numb with fear, shocked beyond belief, with no time to shed a tear. The city, as usual, was caught in a trap as evil-minded beings their job continued to wrap. Our security forces and politicians roused from their nap.
Journalists and TV crews watched as if in a daze, as terrorists meandered through a hotel corridor's maze, leaving us all wondering if humanity could change its ways. While grenades and guns took their deadly toll, and innocent heads and bodies continued to roll, our politicians responded, their eyes on the pole.
At home, we continued to watch in horror. Was this really happening, or was it just an error? As night turned to day, and disbelief to terror, to terror. Our valiant security forces succumbed to the gun, brave yet reckless, forging ahead for a job to be done, while the terrorists laughed at just another day of fun.
Our special trained forces rushed to do their job, neutralizing terrorists, whether just a few or a mob. Undeterred they continued, death their only reward. Day turned to night as the hours ticked by. Families losing hope had begun to cry, as young and old helplessly continued to die. While landmark buildings continued to burn, our force's dedication was a lesson to learn, and for an end to this battle did we all yearn. 60 bloodthirsty hours later, the siege did end, with broken glass and bullet holes at every bend, and memory funerals for families and friends to attend. The terrorists, they say, numbered only 10. Young boys in their 20s, some not even yet men. Venom, bloodshed, and hatred, their only yen.
They came by boats to targets near the sea. It was all about being on a killing spree. The victims were but innocents, innocents like you and me. The boys had ammunition tucked into rucksacks, belittling political claims of having broken the militants' backs, of voicing incorrect claims. The governments had a knack, had a knack, had a knack.
And then the bubble burst. Our apathy provoked. Anger and outrage, these fires were stoked. Capturing one terrorist alive, our only gloat. Thousands gathered to mourn the dead. Candlelit vigils, bowing in shame our head. This time, citizens were roused to see red.
The politicians continued to pass the buck. No one acknowledged we are but a sitting duck. The establishment had failed, and we were now stuck. When we point a finger at others, 4 point back at us. Whom do people vote for? Whom do we trust? Yes, we all need to act. That's a given, that's a must.
And now, years later, as the debate rages on, kicking the dust and raising an international storm, unfortunately, terrorism has no religion, no norm. We blame our neighbors for instigating the attack, while they feign ignorance, just a ploy or tact. Whom do we blame, and how do we react?
The city limber as life must go on, interrogating the captured terrorist as we sought his dawn, while politicians believed to the manner they were born. And yet the time has come for us to be bold. Our beloved country we will not allow to be sold. The future is ours. The children must be told.
As India is now on the global terrorist map, our forces need sophisticated weaponry to respond in a snap. Centralized command with no scope for any gaffe. Yes, the time has come. We have to rise, break class barriers, have no religious divide, seek out the terrorists that continue to hide.
We are a nation of numbers so great. Now's the time to be united. No longer we can wait. Solidarity we must show as our singular trait. Let's answer awkward questions. That's all we ask. What lies ahead is an onerous task. Accountability must have a face, not just a mask.
As citizens of a democracy, we have a right to vote. Knock off corrupt officials. Stop offering the note. Be powered by action and not just a quote. And while we salute our heroes, quite a few, sacrificing service staff and some strangers too, the decisive turning point must come from you. So let us join together to make a pact, voting only for those leaders whom we know will act, bracing ourselves for how the superpowers will react. So before we wake up to another unsure week, within us let's look for answers that we all seek. We are India, a nation that's strong, not weak. Let's try our best for a difference to make. Do our little bit for each other's sake. Make India a country that will not quake. Was an event that traumatized us all.